Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. France 30, Scotland 27. One of the best games of rugby I've watched in a very long time. Absolutely sensational scenes coming out of France. A truly inspiring performance from both teams at certain stages. But the big, for me, takeaway is take either of these teams lightly at your own peril, especially Scotland. For Scotland to go to France, to start like they did, then go down 17 points as a margin, and then come back where they were even with a few minutes to go and just lose it right at the end, shows you that the Scotland side is not to be taken lightly. French side were really good at moments, wasn't necessarily always there at their best. It is a French side, this particular French side I haven't played in a while, so there was a bit of rustiness there, but take nothing away from that Scotland performance. They were absolutely brilliant, and the French at times were just magical. So before I break the game down, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. It was a perfect start. I mean, Carl Steyn went over in the 4th minute. Finn Russell just conducting the orchestra tonight. Absolutely world-class performance from him. Adding the conversions there. France got one back to Thomas Ramos in the 7th minute before Finn Russell cancelled it out in the 10th. Thomas Ramos then adding another one in the 22nd. Ali Price getting a yellow card in the 28th minute. And that kind of sort of started the real sort of the French return. A scrum, and off the back of the scrum, Antoine Dupont linking up with the main intermac, who hit such a good line with so much pace, and no one's ever going to stop him. He went over in the 31st minute. Ramos adding the extras to make them a 3-point advantage come half time. And you're sitting there thinking, well, at half time, Scotland will probably be pretty happy with that. And unfortunately for them, a 5-minute period, which ultimately cost them the match. A really big mistake one mistake really from Pierre Schoolman, one knock on, and France, bang, we're on it all of a sudden. A couple of good carries, a couple of good hands, and then Damien Penaud does what he does best, and that's finish. 41 minutes, bang, Thomas Ramos as the conversion, bang, deep kick from Scotland. Antoine Dupont looks up, sees space, links up with Thomas Ramos, he puts in Charles Ollivon, 44th minute, bang. And all of a sudden, from 13-10 in the 40th minute, Scotland were 27-10 down in the 45th minute. So by then you're thinking, well, that's the game gone. But all of a sudden, Scotland really was just sort of a bit of re-energized. Really, a really impressive try being scored by Duvan van der Merwe. Him and Hugh Jones really started to suddenly come together. Hugh Jones with a brilliant break and then a fantastic pass from Sam Skinner out wide. And right up against the touchline, Finn Russell missing that kick. And then again, Hugh Jones creating some good couple of moments. Rory Dart, 67th minute, winning a penalty. Finn Russell, senior opportunity, taking it quickly, popping up to McAnally, and then Rory Dart going over. And then a brilliant piece of awareness from the replacement scrum off George Horn, who after a really good attack down the right-hand side, saw a little 2-on-1, picked up the ball, drew in Thomas Ramos, chipped it in behind, Carl Steyn ran to it for a second, and Finn Russell missing the conversion, and then a penalty in the 78th minute from Thomas Ramos was enough for France to just snatch victory right at the end. If we look at the stats, it tells us an interesting story, doesn't it? 40% possession for France, 60% for Scotland. France's defence had to work so hard. They eventually did start to penetrate towards that stage of the game. But territory-wise, played the games in the right area. 53% for France, 47% for Scotland. Scotland outscoring France, actually 4 tries to 3. Running more meters, beating more defenders, more clean breaks, more gain line carries, almost 3 times as many passes, twice as many offloads, more turnovers won, same amount of kicks from hand. That just sort of shows you the dominance of Scotland and how they really were doing the ones playing most of the rugby. That France passage of play, that 10 minutes, showed you just how good they were. But apart from that, Scotland really had a lot of the dominance. Scotland defence was a little bit sloppy at times. They missed 21 tackles out of 81, whereas France made 83% tackles, 136 of 164. Finn Russell missing 2 kicks. Thomas Ramos flawless off the tee, which was the difference in the end. 2 lineouts lost from France, 1 from Scotland. Scotland's scrums were under a lot of pressure. They lost 5 scrums. That'll be a big area of concern. Discipline as well for Scotland, conceding 13 penalties to France's 5, as well as the yellow card. Probably also a bit of an area of concern. In terms of big games, I thought that Julian Marchand was really good. I thought that Gregory Eldred 12 carries, 12 tackles. Was always going to be very industrious. I thought Charles Oliveira was pretty good as well. Got around the park, made 19 tackles. In the back line, Jonathan Dante, for me, one of the top inside centers in the world, looked really good. There are worries for France, though. Cyril Baille, Romain Intermac, and Jonathan Dante all went off injured. We have to wait and see what those diagnoses are. But there will be a very worried coaching staff when they go for their assessments this weekend. For Scotland, I thought that Jamie Ritchie was absolutely everywhere in terms of hitting breakdowns and getting into ruck to ruck. I thought Rory Darge and Jack Dempsey worked really hard as well. That entire loose trio I thought worked pretty well. I thought Eddie Price managed the game very well. I was very impressed with what I saw from him. Finn Russell for me was absolutely brilliant. And Hugh Jones and Tupiloto continue to really impress me in that centre combination. It was a good game. Let me know what you thought about the game down in the comments below. As a Bok fan, it does make me nervous, the fact that we have to play against that Scotland side, because we just saw today, not only can they start well, but they've got the fitness and the mentality to stay in a game the longer it goes. So for France, a bit of a scare for them. The main thing is to get the result, bounce back from last weekend. But I reckon Scotland could almost arguably be the happier of the two sides in terms of the type of rugby and how much their game plan came together on the day. Let me know what you thought about the game down in the comments below. Smash like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven. I'll chat to you soon.